Alright there everyone, how's it going? So today I am here with George and I'll be questioning him about his channel and just asking him some cool questions, I guess. So first question then, bro, what made you want to start YouTube all those years ago, back in 2015?
Quite a few things. I used to watch quite a lot of channels. When I first started an account, I had my name as Dwboy14 at first.
Oh, okay.
Just so I could watch other channels. And it wasn't until a couple of years later I started actually making a couple videos. If I look back at my...
Is it alright if I talk about your old videos? Because it'd be good to compare and contrast them.
Yeah.
So, the first video, if you look at the most recent vids now, it's a total different... It's just like... It's like two totally different channels. So the first one was called Sky Wars Part 1, and for some reason you're topless and you've got headphones around your neck. Very weird, no offence. But it was 5 years ago, so...
What happened with that is there's two other videos before that.
Oh, was there? I can't see any.
Well, both of them are private.
Oh.
I don't know why, but...
Are they personal? Is there something about them?
Hello and welcome to the channel. Showed off like games and things like that.
Okay.
Then a part 2 to that Sky Wars one. And why the camera's facing me in the one that you can see. Saying that, it's got 126 views as well now, so...
I just want to say, George, I just want to say the reason why it got so many views, and to explain to the audience, if you do, I wouldn't advise looking at any of George's content before 5 year celebration, because after 5 year celebration, it's like a different channel. But before that, it's all just crap. I'm not, to put it bluntly, with all...
I know you're completely right there.
With the utmost respect...
Videos that I'm pleased with before, like the Eagle Moss ones and a couple of others, but like with like the challenges that I did, and I did like 4-5 second clips. As well when I was at college, which...
Well, the thing is, with a lot... I think your worst video, I'm not even going to lie, is the one where I'm sitting at the bus station and I just go, eee. I think that is probably your worst video, because there's no... At least the other ones have more comedy to them. That one with just me going, eee. It's like... There's just nothing...
Yeah, James learns the alphabet. I still find that video quite funny.
Fair enough, but
one video that I did do quite recently, I thought was quite good. This was just before the 5 years, and that was my best Doctor Who series.
Oh yeah, I never actually watched that one, but it got 30 views, which isn't too bad for you.
Yeah, well, what I did is I got every series that I've been on Doctor Who. I wrote down every single name, and if you think like you've watched series 1 to series, well, for the first episode of series 5, I had to choose one of the 5 first episodes to choose from. So you could pick Dalek instead of hour or something like that if it was first, and that was quite a good one, and that was like a 25-minute one which went quite well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only recent one before the 5 year mark that actually was quite nicely edited by me.
Yeah. I'll try and watch that one of the days, but as I say...
Yeah, well, you might want to wait until you've got up to series 10.
Oh, okay.
Because it does give some spoilers away.
Never mind then. I'll have to wait a while to watch that then. But I'm not trying to like big up the content too much. But I feel like after that 5-year special, as a big leap. I'm not saying the content's the best stuff on the internet, but it's pretty good. It's pretty enjoyable. I'd say probably the best video, not just because I edited it, but it was sort of like basic good editing, if that makes sense. The Nintendo Switch one unboxing is probably the best one so far because it had music.
It only came out yesterday.
Yeah.
When we're recording this, I know I did like the Pokemon Presents as well.
That one was pretty decent, yeah.
Eagle updated review.
The Eagle Moss, yeah, that was pretty decent, yeah. It was just like going through loads of figures and all that.
Yeah. Well, I know I've done them in the past, and I thought it might be nice to just update it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Point. And then we've got our Doctor Who series reviews as well.
I feel like those are quite solid as well because obviously they're fresh in my mind, so having me on there is decent because usually I would have recently watched them, well, a lot more recently than you have, but you have all the knowledge of Doctor Who and all the fan stuff and all the just Doctor Who is like one of your biggest interests, isn't it? So it's good to have that combination of someone who's quite fresh to it and then someone who's just been watching it their whole life and loving it, you know. So yeah, those videos are good.
Yeah.
Anyway, who inspired you to start then, bro?
Well, at the time being quite young, there was quite a lot of Minecraft channels, and there was one channel that wasn't that big at all. Like, I think the name was Dragon Wing at the time.
Oops.
And me being a Doctor Who fan, a DW, and then I thought as well, like, the channel that I like, Dragon Wing, that's DW as well. I could name it. It was that, so I think Dragon Wing and other like Minecraft YouTubers and YouTubers in general at that time.
That's fair. So what would you say your favourite type of content to make is then?
I enjoy the random move. I find that quite good.
Yeah, because you don't know what you're going to get, do you? You're always picking stuff out of hats. Then you obviously watch it on a Twitch stream. Then because it's like you revisiting something from years ago that you might have not watched in like forever. So
yeah.
Any other types of content you really love making?
I do enjoy doing the series reviews because I like seeing your like first time reaction to it, because like if you talk to a Doctor Who fan normally, they know everything that you'll talk about, but like seeing you go through like what I went through and watched basically 10 years ago.
Yeah, because you'd obviously only be like, well, you watched Doctor Who since it came out, didn't you? From like,
yeah.
So when you were watching all the stuff
11th hour, I would have been basically 11 when it came out.
Yeah, so like you watched all the Doctor Who's as they've came out. So like you watched all the Eccleston Tennant stuff from like 2005 to 2010, but then obviously you've got me studying it all as like a 20-year-old, you know, and I'm a film buff as well, TV buff as well, so like my adult brain can analyse stuff a lot better than I'm guessing you could when you were like 5 to 10 years old. So you know. And the problem is a lot of film buffs just avoid Doctor Who, or there's two big problems with film buffs, right? They either avoid stuff because they're like, oh, I don't want to watch that, it's below me, or they skim over it really quick. They're just like, oh yes, that was great, and don't really say much about it. because they want to move on to the next thing. They're not really properly studying it like a proper film buff should. They just want to keep watching films and films and films and films and films and films and only have like a basic grasp of it. Because one of my mates, he told me he watched the whole series in like 2 weeks or whatever. And I said, well, what do you think of this then? And he didn't really give me much of an in-depth answer. And then I said, well, who's your favourite Doctor and why? And he didn't even answer the question on Messenger. And then I was just like...
Do you think they're probably like skip through?
No, because he watched Game of Thrones in like 2 weeks, but he doesn't really articulate on it. This bloke, he's a genius. He knows so much. That's his thing. He knows loads about everything. George, he's like the Chaser. You know the program The Chase?
Yeah.
He's like the Chaser, and me and you are like two idiots trying to beat him in a questionnaire. Like our knowledge of everything that me and you both know about is nothing compared to all the fundamental knowledge of it that he has of basically everything. He knows loads about football, rugby, darts, snooker, all the WWE promotions, quite a bit about MMA. He just knows so much. But I feel like when you know that much about stuff, it's hard to go in depth about certain things.
It probably would have beat me with Doctor Who though. I very much doubt.
Mind you, though, so you don't think he would got through it in 2 weeks?
No. What if we definitely could get it through in 2 weeks. But I don't think he'd beat me at a quiz on it.
Oh no, bro, he wouldn't even beat me at a quiz on it unless he... Well, if he has watched the whole thing, he probably has a good fundamental knowledge of like the new seasons. But if you're talking about anything from series 1 to from 205 to 210, I'll probably be able to beat him. I mean, remember that hard questionnaire quiz I sent you? I got like 9 out of 15, which wasn't too bad.
I got 14 out of 15.
Yeah.
Is that Rory one that got me?
Yeah.
When was his badge made?
Yeah, that was really weird. That is... It was probably meant so you don't get that one right, because who's going to be paying attention to some soldier's badge, for goodness sake? Like in Pulp Fiction, it's like, oh, what number was... I don't know. What was the reg number for Quint?
How much was the food that they had in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, how much was the food that Mia Wallace and Vincent ordered? I've got no idea. I don't know if they did order food, but it's something really nitpicky that you wouldn't expect, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, with him getting through all that stuff, I just feel like I don't know, man. It's just it's hard to digest so much information in 2 weeks and be able to talk about it loads. But who knows? At the end of the day, who knows?
I've had 15 years to go through it all.
Yeah. No, I'm not trying to.
Media as well.
Yeah, it's not a competition, George. I'm not saying you're. You know way more about Doctor Who than that guy does, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's the bloke who said that he enjoys the new Doctor Who series, 11 and 12, and you were a bit shocked. So.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, really cool bloke though. Anyway, what's your favourite type of content to watch?
I went through a phase quite recently, like commentary YouTubers.
Okay.
But I went quite quickly.
Oh.
Because I find they just get on your nerves after a while.
Well, it's just with commentary YouTubers, like, I tried watching I'm Alex a bit and Will and E, and they're not even bad blokes or anything, they're quite entertaining, but I just sort of got fed up straight away. I was just like, I've seen all this stuff before, and it's just...
It just gets repetitive, doesn't it?
Yeah, very. Like, you want a bit of variety, you don't want them just saying this YouTuber's bad because of this reason. Will and E and I'm Alex are absolute legends. I've heard them talk on some podcasts before, and it's really awesome to listen to them talk, but listening to them, like, review YouTubers, it's alright the first 10 or 20 times, but when... It's not their fault, it's what they do to make a living, but personally for me, I think
George Memis is good as well, he's part of their group.
Yeah, I haven't watched George Memis stuff.
He's quite funny.
They're just all moulded into the same thing, you know, that's what it feels like, really.
Well, yeah, they are part of a group called...
The E-Boys, yeah. E-Boys.
Yeah. Have you seen some of their videos from it?
I watched a few of them and it's alright, yeah. I think the most recent one I watched was the one with Stephen Tries, and it's okay.
Oh yeah, the one with. I do find Stephen quite funny.
Yeah, he's a legend, isn't he? I hated him at first. Well, I really disliked him at first when he took the mick out of Callum's corner. But, I don't know, I got obsessed with that diss track and then I just kept watching over and over again. And have you seen his Bad Man Rises video, man?
I have actually.
That's so funny when Tom comes in and he's like, "Is that Marvin Delul?" And he's just like...
I like the one where they go when Stephen go across the entire decade of like YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And the world. And it's absolutely hilarious how they do it.
Yeah, he does. They do good videos like that.
Point, when they're doing about what's it called? The spinny things, fidget spinners.
Yeah.
They're going to glue them to Stephen, but they don't realise the glue are going through the top and stuck to his nipples.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I'm stuck on it, and it's really funny when you watch it. Like, I'll have to send it to you after, but it's so funny.
That does sound quite hilarious, to be fair. I was going to say, what was your least favourite type of content to make over the years? I was going to ask that as well. I think vlogs. You don't like. You really don't
Yeah.
like standing there, like going, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Blah blah blah. You know.
Yeah, well, there's only one vlogger that I watch, and she's quite interesting.
No, I meant your personal, what you don't like making.
The content I don't like making.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so I'm guessing you don't like vlogs at the moment. Then that's fine. But what don't you personally like making? I meant.
That's actually quite hard.
Well, let's think about it. I mean, you've done... I'm just going to go out on a limb here. Maybe the videos when you talk... Sometimes in the past you've done videos where you've like talked about something happening and then it's been out of your control and you haven't been able to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like when the live streams happened, or this big group is coming together, or this is happening, and then because just things out of your control, they just don't happen.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows about this because it happened before this podcast started. There's a thing called ETD that I was going to be a part of, and I made the channel. I got the two people that were going to be in the channel. They both announced it, and then the one just disappeared.
What, totally ghosted you?
Totally ghosted. Deleted the channel.
That is annoying. Have you heard off them since, or?
No.
Honestly,
no, just went silent.
I hate them sort of people, man. Like, well, not hate. So I always use hate, but it's a strong word. But like them sort of people, I strongly dislike because it's so random to just, oh, I'm mates with you. Oh, we're getting along so well. Oh, I'm just gonna totally block you and blank you. You know, it's like, yeah, George.
Like we had all films were in a chat. And one day, they just stopped talking in it, and the channel was deleted.
Okay.
So, well, the channel was still there, but like, all videos were gone, and all our things were gone. So there's just two of us left. And then he started backing out of it.
Annoying. Very annoying.
But yeah, the channel was just left a lot.
Can't tell you...
ages.
Can I just tell you a quick ghosting story, George? I think you know who I'm going to be talking about, but please don't mention the name. So this person that I was good mates with in school from, I think, year 8... and 9 and 10, he was a year above me, and he hung around with our squad sometimes. He was mostly, not at lunchtime, but like we walked back with him and had a laugh and whatever. And, you know, he was a great mate, to be honest. A really...
I was posted a few videos with him as well.
Yeah, on my old channel, which I'm not going to bring up, But on my first ever channel I made, he was in quite a few videos and he used to come out and have a laugh with us. Legit, I knew the geezer for years and I thought he was one of my best mates. Even gave me a lift back from school sometimes. He got asked his dad to. Even, what else? I'd even been round his house and I'd laugh with him, play with him loads on Xbox. Obviously, the whole squad knew him. And I had a laugh with him once in late 2016. I didn't even annoy him or anything. Did not get on his nerves one bit or ask him anything stupid. I'm just saying this, like, I had the best laugh with him. And then he just blocked me for no reason. And like me and I can mention him, obviously, the other geezer, Billy, because he's been on the podcast before. And I'm 99% sure Billy wouldn't mind me mentioning this. Me and him tried to call him before and Billy just, I think the bloke picked up and said hello. And Billy was like, alright mate, how's it going? And then he just put the phone down on him. That bloke put the phone down on Billy. Then I said, hello, how's it? No. To Billy, he said, I don't know who you are, then put the phone down on him. And then to me, I just said, hello. And he said, I said, hello, it's James. And like, he was just like, no, he said, hello. And I said, hello, it's James. And then the phone just said, no, it was just nothing for a few seconds. And he just cut it off. And it's like, bro, what? And then, I'll tell you something really funny, George. I'm really sorry, but about going on a massive tangent and a ramble, but even though this is like, obviously the title is Dwboy and it's mostly about George's YouTube journey, I feel like we can have some random...
I don't mind, I do love a good rant.
Yeah, that's good then. And we can have some random conversations put in there. And as George is a good friend, a really good friend of mine, and I trust him a lot, I can have like... I know that he doesn't mind random convos.
No.
So,
Because I know who it is and I know...
You know the situation, so...
I'll be the part of it as well with you.
Sort of, yeah. So, anyway, beforehand, this was actually... No, so I think early 2018 was when I tried calling him. And then, ages before in 2017, me and Billy were going out, gonna call for some of our mates back in 2017. But then we thought, let's go to this geezer's house and see if he comes out then. Because I don't know why he's blocked us, and why he doesn't talk to us. I want an answer. So me and Billy went to his house, and he's a crafty genius, man, because he didn't tell his parents that he was annoyed at us, because his mum came to the door and was like, oh, hello, how's it going? And we was like, yeah, alright, is coming out? Oh, shit! I've got...
Oh, God.
I'll mute the name. I'll mute the name when I get... What second are we? We're around 22... It was probably 22, 21. I mentioned his name accidentally. Doesn't matter, I'll silence it. Anyway...
We're about 27.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, we said he's so-and-so coming out, and she was like, yeah, but I'll go and ask him. And she went up and said, so-and-so. And then we didn't really hear anything. And then she came down and said, oh, he was up late last night, and he's really tired and doesn't want to get up. And I was like, oh, well, never mind. And then me and Billy just gave up. We was like, oh, forget this then. Bloody hell, what is even the point?
So you never got a proper answer then?
Well, I'll say something else. So both me and Billy tried calling him in 2018. Nothing happened. Then I sent him a massive message on Messenger because he still had me on Facebook and Messenger. So I said, bro, what the hell's going on? Like, and he just wouldn't respond. And eventually I was like, bro, just tell me the reason why you're annoyed, man. Come on, what's your problem? Seriously. What have me and my squad done to annoy you? And then he just blocked me. But then ages later he unblocked me and I added him and he accepted the friend request. But then I just sort of gave up. I was just like, forget it. I'm not bothered. I'm really just not bothered. It's whatever really. It's just one of them things. It's just really bizarre that I was friends with that person for years and years, and then he just has nothing to do with me or my squad. Aaron actually saw him on a bus once to college years ago, and he just looked at him and he looked a bit annoyed at Aaron for some reason. He looked a bit annoyed and then didn't, and he just didn't say anything. So, really confusing situation, to be honest with you. But I'm just trying to relate to your situation. Like, it's just annoying when people just block you out of nowhere. But you just got...
It is annoying. It really much is when you've gone and created so much, just for it to be ruined. Like, if you think I made the channel, I basically got the group together. I made the logo for the channel. I uploaded the first 2 videos. There wasn't even a chance to make a full video together.
Crazy, man. All that work for nothing. But I respect how you've still kept those.
As I've told you now, that channel is going to go to good use.
Yeah. Are you going to announce what that channel's going to be used for on the podcast, or are you not?
I can, yes.
Why do you want to make the announcement then?
This is going to be my new second channel called 14. It's going to be more gaming related stuff like game reviews, game unboxings, and just more gaming related stuff.
Fair dues.
And that's what the ETD channel has become.
Great.
The 14 channel.
Well, that's great, man. The thing is, even though I'm guessing it is a bit annoying with these situations, though, where people just ghost you, you've just got to sort of try and move on from them, you know, and just try and be thankful for the people that do have you back and that aren't going to ghost you.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, let's move on to the next question then. Let's get the questions back up. Slight delay. Here we go. So what made you make the transition from making like daft challenges, weird random videos, and like 2-second videos and all that to go into, well, all the cool stuff you make now? The what's it called? You know, Random Who, Doctor Who reviews, unboxings, etc., etc.
Well, I was noticing when I hit the 5-year mark that the channel hadn't moved for quite a while. I was lacking on making videos. I'm making it every 2 months, 4 months as well. And I thought, well, with the corona going around, I need to start making more effort for it and giving it more of it, and it's paying off quite nicely.
Yeah.
And it's becoming what I wanted it to be in the first place.
Because it seemed like originally that it was usually challenges, clickbait, and short videos or weird update videos, which again, no disrespect.
I know you're right. I made a video called buying a Tesla Roadster.
Yeah, exactly. And you made
a toy car, which was a Tesla Roadster.
You made a video saying that you were going to quit YouTube as well, and it's just like, I'm guessing you might have been looking at it as, this is how the YouTubers become successful and make money, and that's what I want to do. But I'm guessing now you're looking at it as, I just want to do this for a laugh and actually make good content that I want and that I'm proud of. But I still respect that you've kept up the old videos, though. I really respect that you've kept them all up, because it shows people the transition of where you've come from and how the videos have improved.
Yeah, no, I know big YouTubers hide their old content. Where you just think, well, this is where you've come from. This is how you become what you are today, and there's no point of being ashamed in that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know I haven't talked about my old channel and mentioned it to anyone, but it's still out there. If anyone finds it, then fair play to you. But I don't know whether to get rid of it because a lot of it's crap content. But at the same time, it's like it is.
I'd keep it. Plus, we used to have an old show on it as well.
Yeah, an old weird show which didn't make much sense, but it was. It's just things like this. The things I like about stuff like that is that it's like it shows the fundamentals for things like ALP. The reasons why videos are still coming out now, why I'm still doing videos. Like, it just shows that even back then, I still enjoy doing videos and trying to entertain people in a way. Same with George. Otherwise, why the hell would we still be doing this after 5 years? Like, what the hell's the... Well, I've been doing it since 2011. I've been making videos since 2011, and there's been a lot... I'll try and do it in a solo podcast one day, saying about my YouTube journey, but there has been a lot of tit-ups and a lot of disappointments and a lot of times when a lot of my videos have just been deleted, or people said, you have to get rid of that, or... And obviously, I'm glad a lot of them are gone, because a lot of them were crap, but... there was a lot of setbacks, and I could have just given up at any time, but I thought to myself, nah, keep pushing, come on, man.
Yeah, well, one thing that I liked about yours and was the creativity with some of the Lego stuff that you used to do.
Yeah.
I know how it has some problems in its final years with people. Were you being accused of doing things that year?
Well,
that you were in the right for.
I really appreciate you saying that, George. You are a great friend, but I wasn't really. Basically, what I did, I took the mick out of someone's physical disability. They can still walk and talk, but they had a physical problem inside their body that they couldn't control, and I took the mick out of it way too much, which I shouldn't have done, and it was a bad move. It was only a joke, and I didn't mean any of it with bad intent. But I'm glad those videos are gone, you know. So yeah.
I do find it quite funny, but you know me, I do have a.
You do laugh.
A dark sense of humour sometimes.
In fairness, you do laugh at a lot of stuff. I didn't say anything hateful. I didn't say anything offensive. It was just jokes, wasn't it? Really.
Just. No, we had one for quite a few of our friends, including like me.
Yeah, exactly. And
I used to find that character that was really funny.
There was a character that took the mick out of you when you thought it was absolutely hilarious, but
which it was. I mean, you were talking about it the other day, and I was even watching one of the old ones of the character with it.
Yeah.
And it was just as funny as it used to be.
Just as a heads up, it was one of them that I put as unlisted and sent to George. Now, the person who got annoyed at those videos isn't watching, but George, you can confirm the video I sent to you, unlisted, did not include any jokes about that person's disability inside of their body, did it? You can confirm it.
No.
Exactly. It wasn't one of those videos, but I still privatised those other videos anyway, though, that even the ones that didn't have that weren't taking the mick out of that person's problem inside of their body. I also privatised the normal ones as well, which didn't get in any trouble, because I was sort of embarrassed by them, and I will try and make some stop motions eventually, but I want to make them good this time around, you know. They'll still be funny, but...
Yeah, well, we won't say what it was, but if you want the idea...
No, George! No. Don't say anything, please.
No, I'm just going to say to watch a movie, that's all.
I just don't want any... Just don't, please. But, yeah, anyway, it is what it is, you know. Me and George have a passion for this stuff. That's why we've stuck around for so long, and other people do. Otherwise, and even big YouTubers, you've got to respect them. They still have a passion. They're still here now. They haven't just quit and packed it in. Some of them, obviously, it's like, oh, this is all I know, this is all I do. But some of them, they're like, yeah, I love this stuff, I live for this stuff. Entertain people, have a laugh.
Well, there's two YouTubers at the moment are basically being kicked out of the platform for...
Which ones? Oh, Shane Dawson. And who else?
And Mini Lad.
Yeah. I didn't really want to mention, because me and Aaron talked about it in a lot.
In the past, but like, it's like 10 years old.
You know what? Let's just briefly mention it then. Listen. If you're going to criticise Shane Dawson, not you, but people in general, you better make sure your track record is clean as anything. The thing is, it's bad what he put up, but at the end of the day, as George said, it was 10 years ago. He's not constantly spamming out this horrible, horrific stuff. It was 10 years ago. To a degree, you need to try and forget it. He shouldn't be cancelled over something...
And I bet everyone who did call him out has got something in their past that they could be called out for.
The thing is, I do have less sympathy for Shane than other people because it wasn't a private conversation. With private conversation stuff, I usually say, well, it was a private conversation. Let's have a look at your phone. Let's have a look at all your private conversations and see if there's anything in there that you're ashamed of. And then if you say...
Yeah, well, was a private conversation, and the girl
Oh, okay.
came out.
But the point is, private conversation. Let's go on everyone else's phone and see if there's something on there that you're ashamed of. And then if you say one little bad thing, we'll criticise you for that for years and years and years and years. Ridiculous. So,
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know anything.
100% right.
I don't know anything about the mini lad situation. So tell me about that later. And I was thinking of doing a
It's basically talking to a girl
underage.
who was under 18 and he was 21.
Ooh, how old was she?
17.
I mean, did he actually do anything to her bad?
They just talked a bit weird.
I mean, if it's just messages, I don't know the ins and outs of the situation, but if it's just messages, a private
I
conversation.
think it was just messages.
If it's just messages, then why? There's way worse things. As people are actually doing horrible things. Focus on them instead of the bloke who messed up and said a few messages, or a woman who messed up and said a few messages, or whatever, whoever.
I'm gonna say, can we pause for a sec?
Of course. So yeah, as we were saying, you better have a clean slate, and also that bloke, it's like he probably shouldn't have done it, and hopefully he's learnt his lesson. He might have sent daft messages, but at the end of the day, we'll try and look at the ins and outs and maybe analyse the situation one day. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, next question. So do you reckon you'll ever talk about other shows and films apart from Doctor Who being your main focus?
Yeah, well, this is what the second channel is going to be about, really.
Yeah.
I know it's quite a lot of gaming, but I did do a movie review on the main channel.
Oh, cool.
But I do a couple on the second channel now.
Mhm.
I watched quite a good movie today. Actually,
Oh, what was it?
An adaptation called Kite.
I never heard of it.
An assassin
Okay.
who basically loses her memory,
Oh.
and every time she kills somebody, she loses a memory, basically.
Oh. Pretty
So
depressing.
that's quite interesting. So it's
Um,
going to be a good one to talk about.
Yeah. What's your favourite video that you've done? Your personal favourite video?
I'd say probably one of the latest ones.
Oh, okay.
Like I did really much enjoy the Twice Upon a Time review.
Mhm.
I know I've got 2 Random Who episodes to go up, and that's Nightmare in Silver and the Ghost Monument. Those 2 need to be put up soon.
Yeah, you can. With personal favourite, you can pick whatever you want. You can even pick the bloody video when I go because all you need to say is, "Oh, it's personally great to me."
Yeah, well, I would say the ones that have a lot more effort put
That's good.
into them.
That's good. What about the best one then? And I know what I'd pick for the best and my personal favourite, but what would you pick?
I'd probably say the Series 4 review.
Fair play. What's good about that in your opinion then?
But it's one of my favourite series, and to see how much you enjoyed it. It's just really, really nice, interesting one to talk about.
Yeah, do you think we both nailed it on the head then with Series 4?
Definitely, yeah.
Thing is, because before that, I did don't get me wrong, Series 1, very good, decent. I thought Doctor Who, yeah, solid show. Series 2, a few duds here and there, but some good episodes, bit slightly above average. Series 3, some amazing episodes, absolutely love Martha in it. Love her ending as well, very satisfying. But again, some duds which are really weird, and some episodes weren't great. But in Series 4, everything just felt amazing, and the specials as well. So, gotta give them the credit, haven't I?
Yeah, well, we're probably going to be doing these specials one quite soon.
That'll be cool. That'll be quite an easy one, because we've only got to talk about 5 episodes. Before it was like 13 or 14, and it's like, bloody hell.
Yeah, well, we can go into quite quite a bit of detail with them, can't we?
Yeah, true. I reckon it'll still last half an hour, and there is quite a lot of stuff to talk about with the specials. So
Oh, definitely. And plus the regeneration and your first thoughts on what you saw of the 11th Doctor, but we won't talk about like the first episode of Series 5 on there though.
yeah.
We just probably think about what your first thoughts when you saw him on screen were.
So yeah, anyway, I'd say your personal best one, no, favourite and best, is probably the Nintendo Switch review, just because of the quality of the editing. I'm not trying to suck up to myself, but I mean, compared to videos previous...
you did a fantastic job on that.
Yeah, compared to videos compared to videos previous, it was, it just felt, I'm not saying it's the best thing ever or amazing, but it felt like YouTube standard professional, if that makes sense.
Yeah, very professional, yeah.
Who would you collab with then? If you could collab with anyone in the world on YouTube, or even a celebrity, who would it be?
Oh. That's actually very interesting. I know we've got two very special guests that will be coming up on the podcast.
Oh, you serious? You're closer to getting them on? Oh yeah, my God.
I won't spoil who's going to be on, but those two, I want them to get on. I know I haven't told you about some other stuff that's been happening.
Who could it be?
Who
could it be? Who?
I'm not saying it on here, but we can just wait for the time.
Well, we have briefly talked about them before, but we're not going to...
yeah, we've talked about them before, but we haven't officially announced.
Yeah. Bro, if you actually pull that off, man, you are the master, because, I mean, I'm trying to think. The highest viewed person I've had on is, well, me and Aaron have had on, but it was just me and him talking. Funky Dinosaur, then my mate Molly Boy, and again, he's got quite a few subs, but he got rid of a lot of videos, but he's good with the music. And then if we get these people on, they've got way more subs and views, man. And that isn't all it's about.
20k yesterday.
Yeah, and obviously subs and views isn't...
To them.
Yeah, and subs and views isn't all it's about, but it's nice to have someone with notoriety on so their fans can come and give the podcast a go and hear them in a normal conversation.
Yeah,
you know.
Definitely right.
I'm
just trying to think who I would choose.
Anyone in the world, except don't say those two guests. Don't say those two guests.
I'm not going to say them.
Would you collab with? Would they be high on your list though? Because they're a big favourite of yours, aren't they?
Yeah, they'd be very high on the list.
Quite sound, to be fair, from what I've seen of them.
I'm just trying to think. I'd probably. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I know I've got a couple.
Just anyone, bro. Just anyone. Seriously, I can give you some. Would you like?
I'd probably go with like KSI or someone like that.
Not too bad. What sort of video would you do with him then?
A Reddit video.
Oh, so you just kind of.
There's a very funny when it comes to his Reddit because they just to make fun of him.
Yeah, so you'd.
They always make fun of his forehead.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So you'd just be having a laugh with him about the Reddit then?
Yeah, probably.
Fair enough. I haven't actually wrote this one down, this next question, but I thought I'd ask you, if you could go, like, into a YouTuber's life and see what their life's like, who would it be? I want to say my two for this one, because it's really interesting.
Probably an ASMR artist life.
What the hell? What? Okay.
No, I know it sounds weird, but like the way they have to record their videos, like it has to be silent when they're recording, so they always have to record around like midnight. Like.
So you want some attractive ASMR woman to whisper in your ear?
God, no, just the way that they have to film. Like I like to see.
Oh, sorry. Oh God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I thought you meant you'd want to like live with him. I thought you meant like you want to live with him for weeks and weeks. Oh, I'm an idiot. I just upgraded my own question for no reason. Sorry. That's absolutely fair, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That is a fair comment. You want to see what they do behind the scenes and their setup and how quiet things have to be and their type of mic and all, etc. etc. You know, so that's quite cool. Can I tell you mine quickly? Logan Paul. Yeah. Logan Paul. I would say who I'd collab with, but I might save that for my solo one. My YouTube journey. But Logan Paul, mainly because the Maverick household, they're quite a tight circle, and the mansion's massive. It'd be sick to meet all them people like Logan and Mike and the little dude, and
And he could take you for the forest.
Joe.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Logan, you're not listening to this, but George does not like you, which is each to their own. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
George, if I got him on the podcast, what would you say to him?
I'd probably say, okay, so I'd be Jen, the fair and square, and you sneeze 3 times, so...
No, I agree with that, but like, that's a bit random. It is. I don't like the excuses, but at least he's sort of like, oh, it is what it is.
I could probably say, I'm surprised you made it on the podcast today because I wouldn't have been surprised if you sneezed 3 times.
That's why I would not have you on with him, but yeah. That'd be quite funny.
I just annoy you.
No, but it'd just be cool to see the behind the scenes and the thought processes and what they're like before they record the videos and just stuff like that, really, and some of the daft things that they go on and all that cool stuff. And a YouTuber for behind the scenes and technical stuff, probably Forest Fire 101 because his brick films are amazing. I'd love to see the process throughout everything. You know that bloke I sent you? Not Ed Bound, the other guy with the insane...
The one with the amount of Lego?
No, that's Lego Boy. Not Lego Boy, that's his old name, Solid Brick Studios. I'll send you a Forest Fire video, but trust me, it's high-level stuff, George, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like a film. It is like a film. Not even gonna lie.
The one that was like different, or what's it called? Like different characters, like tried by toilet roll. That one.
Oh no, that was Ed Bound. It doesn't matter. I'll show you Forest Fire later, but he's the undisputed king. Yeah. He does do a bit of behind the scenes stuff, but I'd love to see the whole process. I really would. I mean, sometimes it takes him like 10 months to a year to do a brick film nowadays because he wants to make stuff that just high-level stuff that just stays in everyone's mind, which I sort of don't blame, but you sort of want videos out of him. You're like, come on. And he has a massive team behind him helping him, like random brick filmers who are good.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of me rambling.
You need a big team sometimes, against for this.
You do, yeah. Your mic's a bit like muffled, bro.
Alright, I'm gonna... Is that better?
Yeah, it was just muffling a bit before.
I don't know why.
Alright then. What would you say your worst video is?
That is quite easy, actually.
Oh, okay, I don't mean personal distaste, but I mean like your actual worst, what, like quality-wise.
The cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, that was rubbish, wasn't it?
God.
That was absolute crap.
Yeah, I got that midway through doing it.
Yeah.
And look, if you read the comments, even you put on it.
What did I say?
Is your mouth bleeding? Are you okay?
Oh.
Like, that's what all the comments were.
Yeah.
Literally, let me get it up to see what people said. Let's have a look. It'll probably take me a second to find out. Hang on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Was your mouth actually bleeding then?
No, it was cinnamon.
Oh, okay. Anyway, do you want me to move on to
I found them. You put low noise one, George. Pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
So put, are you bleeding, George?
I love how we all keep. No, but
and then somebody put, hey, what was that, George? I put the cinnamon challenge. I thought it was blood.
Yeah. No, I love how it's just all people from our school who... Your channel was so... The only reason your videos... By the way, I'm not knocking that your videos got views, but the only reason the videos that weren't very good got views were because everyone from school knew about it, so they was all, like, tuning into, like, random videos. Like, partly the reason some of them did well is because there were challenges, but, like, videos... Some of the most viewed videos, it was just because school, you know, that's all it was, really.
You know, I've just put a screenshot from the video in chat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if you look.
Yeah.
So you can see why that would be a very low list.
Yeah. I mean, you were just doing it for views, weren't you, though? I was going to say what was going through your head when you were doing it, but it was all just views, wasn't it?
Views.
It
was quite a big challenge around then, wasn't it?
Yeah. What's your least favourite video you've done then? Just personal to you, so obviously any video you can pick, even the best one.
No, it would be this one.
That one as well? Okay.
It is the one that I hate the most.
So you just thought to yourself, why am I doing this to myself? It's stupid.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I did that wasabi and mustard challenge as well.
What was that like?
God, that was awful, that was.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't like spice food thing anyway, and I don't like mustard, so putting them both together, it's just eating, like, I don't know what it would be, like acid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it tastes like pure acid when you had it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a nasty one.
Yeah.
And as well, one that I regret doing is the Death Cup.
Oh, okay.
I had 2-week-old yogurt in it. So, I think I like Miller as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just nasty stuff. I do regret doing some of them. Those are just nasty to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Coming up to the few last questions then. Do you enjoy the content you make?
Yes, I do.
That's good.
Yeah, so I enjoy doing it a lot more now
Mm-hmm.
than I used to, because it feels a lot more professional.
100%, man. Couldn't agree more. What are the goals then with your channel? Do you want to become massive, or are you just after the clout and the attention and the money, or are you not bothered at all and you'll keep doing it?
I'm not bothered about the clout.
Or I was gonna say, or do you just want to see where it takes you and you'll just roll with whatever comes?
I don't know, see how far I can get with the channel.
Yeah.
And if I can get people to like it, and just make the best content for the people that are sub to it.
Yeah, that's fair, man. So where do you see the future of your channel then? Final question. What do you see for the future?
So what was that?
What do you see for the future of your channel?
I see quite a lot more Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can do a few videos with other small Doctor Who channels as well.
Yeah.
I know I got one for this podcast in the works, and I've got a little one for my channel in the work.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, I was just gonna say we're gonna do those food reviews eventually, which will be quite cool.
Yes, I think the food reviews will be quite good.
That'll be a good. That'll be a really good.
We've had a couple of ideas the other day about them as well, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like talking about ideas too much and what have you, but I feel like the other ideas I've got, like we was going to do this like car show type thing. It is doable, but the food reviews are a lot more doable, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited for. And the thing is,
like my food.
yeah, the reason why I want to put it on your channel is because I don't know, I just prefer the car idea for my channel, and also it's nice for your channel to have some content, and you're way more of a foodie than me, so you deserve it.
That'd be nice to do that.
Yeah. So, final question then. Any closing statements? Anything you want to say?
Please check out our channel. There will be quite a few more things coming out on it quite soon. There's 3 videos which are planned to go up, which is the specials review, the review for Nightmare Silver, and the review for the Ghost Monument as well. So there's quite a few videos that you might enjoy if you're a Doctor Who fan.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it then.
That's it.
I much appreciate you doing this interview then, well, like podcast, and answering the questions. Many thanks, and, I hope DW Boy gets...
Do we enjoy coming on the podcast?
Yeah, thanks for the help and everything with all the podcasts you've been on, and I do hope DW Boy gets far, and I'm happy to help you with your content as well.
Thank you, mate.
So, we can end it there. Thanks for watching, and see ya.
See you later.